Hello there, I'm Helen Sadler, your Destiny Helper. How are you? I really appreciate you. Just come on in to this program. We are going live, answering your questions, answering your emails. So let's go live. Let's see how many people we have in coming on, and then we move it up a little bit. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you so much for joining us. Come on in as you hear this program. I'm telling you, I'm excited about being with you on today. It's a privilege and an honor every single time that I come on. Thank you so much. We have the people when they begin to come in. See that right there?
Yes, ma'am.
And then what you do is lift this up so we can see their comments. Slowly lift it. Don't hit it too hard where it changes. There you go. Hey, who we have? Lolita, God bless you. Lady D, come on in. Thank you so much. I'm excited about you being here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We are going to talk about gaslighting. Many of you have written me and you said, what is gaslighting? It's crazy. And some of you say, I'm going through it even now. Hello there, just be real. Yay. Thank you for joining me on today. I'm excited about you being with me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Just come on in if you will like and share this video as we continue. Those of you who have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, come on, subscribe to the channel. I'm excited about you being here. Thank you, thank you, thank you so very, very, very much. You're coming in. Just keep on coming in. Just keep coming in. Thank you so much. Who do we have there? Who is that? G?
That's a
Pull it up.
It didn't.
Is that Lolita? Hey, daughter, how are you? Thank you for joining me on today. I'm excited about being with you, and I'm excited about our topic. I only have about a half an hour to come, and I will be back. Thank you so much. You can join me on Instagram. You can join me on TikTok, and you can join me on Facebook. So look for me in all of those various places. And once again, I'm excited. Hello there, Bridget. How are you, Bridget Griffin? Yes, Bridget is on. Thank you. Let's talk about gaslighting. I have a few minutes. Let's do it. You've been asking about gaslighting. Stay there. You've been asking about gaslighting. And so you've been wondering, what is it? I just know that when I do things, he make me feel like I'm crazy, or sometimes I don't know whether I did it or not, because by the time he finished talking to me, I'm just as confused as before. Hello there, Danielle. How are you? God bless you. So we're going to talk about gaslighting. Gaslighting is what the narcissists use to try to confuse you. And gaslighting is to make you think that you're crazy, because you can do something, you know it happened, you know you did it, you know when you did it, and you know he saw it. And you know he know or she knows that you did it. And they'll tell you it didn't happen. They'll tell you it didn't exist. They're telling you that you're crazy. And the thing what makes it so palatable or to connect is they do it in other areas. They do it with one thing. They just don't do it with one thing, because you can oppose that. And you can say, well, I know I didn't do that. But when they're doing it with several things, you put the milk in the refrigerator, they take the milk out the refrigerator, they put it on the table. And you said, wait a minute, I put the milk in the refrigerator. They said, no, you didn't. And you said, wait a minute, I know I did. They took the milk out of the refrigerator, put it back on the table. Now you're confused and you think, maybe I didn't. Or you turn the pot off and they turn the pot back on, the food burned. And you say, I know I turned the pot off. Or I know I put that blouse up. Or I know I hung up the phone. Or I know I put my keys there. different things. I know I turned the light out. I know I put the money in the bank. These different things the narcissists use. And the one thing they want to use is confusion. Because confusion causes the mind to be in a state of unrest and disillusionment. And then you start to question your reality. And when you question your reality, you start feeling that you are insane. You start feeling that you're losing touch. You start feeling that you're losing contact. Hello there, how are you? Elephant, how are you? Danielle said, you should welcome in the family. Thank you, Danielle. Once again, if you have not subscribed to this channel, please subscribe to this channel. Gaslighting is the most important thing to the narcissist because it unstables the mind. It unstables your reality. It unhinges you. It disconnects you from focus. It disconnects you from your reality. And so when you are disconnected and you're operating in a transitional stage, you don't know what's true or not. Shirley said, oh, all they want is to have. Let me see what she's saying here. Ooh, all of these comments. Shirley says, she says here, she said, all they want is to have your paycheck before you even get paid. You know what? That's the narcissist way. The narcissist is to make sure that you are impotent. Impotent intellectually, impotent socially, impotent financially, family, friends, your job. And see, gaslighting, if you don't deal with that, that can begin to affect you even on your job. You'll start having a non-reality stasis. And things that you do on the job, you'll start doubting yourself on the job. You'll start putting down a project. And then forgetting where you put the project because the narcissists have told you that you didn't do a certain thing that you know you did. And so now the forgetfulness, which is a fog, start coming in the mind. And you can't ever let the narcissist unhinge you from your reality. Because the only thing that compensates for a reality is a non-reality. You cannot, you got to live in the real world and you got to know that this world exists. And Bridget Griffin says, she said, they do little things like you mentioned, so they can tell someone about what they're doing makes you look crazy. Absolutely. But you know what, Bridget? You got to know that you know that you know. You know when you put the milk in the refrigerator and it's back on the table. And when the narcissist is doing things on a consistent basis and you are starting to doubt yourself, keep a notepad with you. When you do little things that they are challenging, write those things down. 8:55, put the milk back in the refrigerator. 7:55, turn off the stove. Boom, hung up 3 shirts in the closet. Boom, 12:50, made the bank deposit. And so and have the receipt. Have the receipt. Always have a pattern of what you do. And guess what? The narcissist still won't comply. The narcissist still won't confirm that you're right. The narcissist will not confirm you're right because their grandiosity will make them hold to what's wrong. Gaslighting is the number one thing that most narcissists use. It's the number one thing that most narcissists love because it is the thing that causes the most distortion. It causes the most disturbance. It's a disillusionment. It's operating in an alternate reality, and it encloses you in. You start to self-isolate when gaslighting comes. Why do you start to self-isolate? Because what you say is, I'm not sure of myself. And because you're not sure of yourself, you start feeling bad around people. So you isolate yourself. You isolated because you don't think you know what you're doing. You don't want to do the wrong thing. And you don't want the criticism of the people thinking that you're crazy, thinking that something is wrong with you. And nothing is wrong with you. Once you start to believe gaslighting, guess what? The brain fog is going to settle in. What do we have here? Haka. She said, my mom tries to gaslight me and tell me she didn't say disrespectful things when I know she did. And I'm trying to break away from her. She just shake her head. Absolutely. You know what? But that's what narcissists does. That's what they do. They specialize in breaking you down. They specialize in moving you from reality. They specialize in unhinging you from everything that connects you to strength, that connects you to power, that connects you to God, that connects you to focus, that connects you to success. They are experts at making sure you disconnect. That's why you cannot disconnect. Listen to what Shirley said. They spend your paycheck before it comes. They make sure that you got everything that's going to absorb the paycheck. And 9 times out of 10, it's dealing with them. It's not even dealing with your needs. They don't care about the rent being paid. There are some narcissists that are responsible. What do you mean? Because there are some narcissists, they're going to pay the bills. They got all the bills, and you notice usually they pay all the bills. Either you pay all the bills or they pay all the bills. The responsible narcissists that still have all of the attributes of narcissism can be very responsible. And that's why even in employment, a lot of people like the narcissist because they're laser sharp, they're laser focused, and they're workaholics because they have to have that grandiosity. They have to be the best at what they do. They have to be above everyone else at what they do. That's why they like gaslighting. They will gaslight on the job. Some of you got a narcissist boss that gaslight you, that you put that project down on your desk and you stepped out and it's gone. And your boss said, you got to have that project. Your boss, a lot of times, it's a coworker that is narcissistic. It's a boss that is narcissistic. Your ability to apprehend and to comprehend and to go forward and to excel, they know that. And what they do, they stop it, they interfere with it, they interject with it until even on your job, you don't know whether you're going or coming. Never leave a project out when you know you have a narcissist boss. Never leave your information open when you have a narcissist boss. Never trust them even though they ask for it. You give them what the job requires. But when you have extra documents and things, you keep this locked. Don't just keep it in your bag, because if they can unzip the bag, they will take the documents. Some of you have even lost a job, probably because the boss sabotaged you. And that's what your husband does. That's what your boyfriend does. That's what your girlfriend does. That's what your mother does. That's what your sister does, your cousin, brother, uncle, nieces that are narcissistic. They will never be in your favor. Let's read some more comments, DeMarcus. Let's see what we got here. Shirley said, turn out he had hidden accounts. Oh, wow. She said that was pulling my money into his accounts. Oh, my God. Danielle said, yep, boyfriend tried to get me fired by trying to make me late. Absolutely. Absolutely. You got to remember, a narcissist, many of you are in love. Everybody that dealt with a narc know what that's about. That's a love like you ain't never loved anybody. It's not even a natural love. It's not even a love you're supposed to have. But the love that you have for a narcissist go beyond regular love. So if it goes beyond regular love, you're going to go beyond regular things. You're not going to have regular things happen in your life. There are going to be abnormalities. You're going to have abnormalities that happen in your sex life, your psychological life, your social life, your financial life, every area of your life. It's going to be abnormal because you're not dealing with a normal person. Haka says, it does. It feels too strong how I felt about him. Absolutely. Why? Because it's not a regular love. When it's not a regular love, it's not going to be regular. It's abnormalities all the way. It's abnormalities in the way they treat you. That's why you trauma bond. And we're going to talk about that. Because you're wondering, how did I stay so long? Why didn't I get out? What was wrong with me? How did he hook me? How did she get me? We're going to talk about that. But once you're in, gaslighting is of the ultimate. You know what? I wanted to do a quick live. I know this is short, but I love you, family. Thank you so much for being with me. And guess what? I'm going to do a part 2 on gaslighting. Will you show up with me? Will you be with me? I want you all to remember. So if you have not subscribed, I want you to subscribe to my channel. So every time I come on live, you'll get an alert. We're going to talk about this. Believe it or not, Haka, Shirley, all of you that are on, you're helping somebody. You're helping them to come out because many believe that they can't. The love is so strong and the wisdom is so little and gaslighting is so prominent. But you know, and I know, Haka, they can come out and they can be free. I'm Helen Sattler, your destiny helper. I want you to get ready for me. I'm getting ready to go to Chicago next year, August, and I'm getting ready to set up my PayPal so you can start paying a little bit at a time. You can pay for your ticket, your hotel, the food, everything that's going to be taken care of if you start now. So by next month, I shall have some information. We're going to be downtown Chicago. Every process lead to freedom conference. And I want you there with me. Also, Dr. Brian is going to be in California. So we're going to go from California to Chicago. And I want you with me. Let's start a financial fund. And I'm going to do it on PayPal. And you can put a little bit. Every time you put a little money in there, we will send you an invoice so you can calculate how much you have up to that day. All of that time, just a little bit at a time. Come be with me. It's going to be phenomenal. And I want you to join me again live. If you want to write me, destinyhelper12s@gmail.com. Once again, destinyhelper12s@gmail.com. Write me your question, write me your suggestion, write me your story. We want to hear it. And believe me, gaslighting is horrific. And you got to be one step above it by writing things down. Because if the narcissist consistently tell you that you're not doing something, believe me, eventually it will affect you. So get that tablet, write it down, say out loud, I'm doing this. Let your mind hear what your mouth is saying. You are better than this. Love you, everyone. Guess what? Join me for part 2. It's going to be phenomenal. God bless you. Love you. Bye-bye.